Jeannie was Jeannie was one of the best people I've ever met in my life. She just was. And she and I were very close. We used to watch that TV show together, So You Think You Can Dance. So we were both like very into that. She would come over to my house after the news, like late at night, after I got done with the 10 o'clock news. And Jeannie, another employee there, a director, and me, and we just like giggle like schoolgirls and watch this show, So You Think You Can Dance, and we just loved it so much. I still love it, and I can't watch it without thinking about Jeannie. But and we would wake up he was my boyfriend at the time, but my husband, because we were just like downstairs at like midnight watching this show. She was there when my daughter was born. She was seriously the best person in the whole world, and she loved animals so much. Well, you probably know that about her. She was like this huge animal lover. That was like her passion. And so it was really hard when she died so suddenly. It was just a blow to not only the friends and the coworkers she worked with, but the entire community. I stayed around after her services to kind of help her parents get her apartment all ready and everything like that. And that was tough to do and go through. But Jeannie left like this legacy that, people still remember. In fact, posthumously, two of her books that were she had written children's books were published. And I have that book. It's like a double book, and I read it to my kids all the time. And then I show them Jeannie's picture and say, this was mommy's friend, and she was awesome. And so they asked about her, even though they never really met her. So she was one of the great ones.
Yeah, I still read that to my kids too. It's awesome. And I watch Mean Girls every November in her honor as well.
Yeah. Oh my God, I know. We love
that was our favorite movie to quote together.
Oh my God. And she was just the greatest. She really, really was. And it was just so such a shock, because when that happened, I had already moved up here. It was about a year after I had moved up here, or at least taken the job here. And so that was tough to hear. And I went to the hospital and got to see her in the hospital and say goodbye. It was so hard.
You've been through everything. I mean, we lost Jeannie Hayes to cancer, and the whole newsroom was there with her family, and that's something you don't move on from when something like that happens. That it really forms a bond that really drew us all together and connected us. I think for the rest of our lives, that we just feel it's not fake what you see on TV. I mean, that we really do love each other and cared about each other and wanted the best for each other. My Jeannie story that I remember to start off with for Jeannie is we started off in WREX when it was still the height of journalism, and it was so busy in the newsroom there wasn't extra desks. So if you were brand new, there wasn't a place for you to sit. And my first interaction was almost the Forrest Gump interaction, where they said, go find a desk to put your stuff in the newsroom, but there were no desks. So what was I supposed to do? And so I kind of like walked around, and Jeannie said, hey, I have a drawer at the bottom of my desk I'm not using. You can share my desk with me. And she had just started a few months earlier, and you're brand new and you're right out of college, and you're like, I don't know where to go or where to sit. And of course she just invited me to just you know, basically be her friend. And since then, there wasn't a day that Jeannie, one, wasn't a positive force in our newsroom, and there wasn't a day that she wasn't meeting everyone with kindness. I mean, she was always so warm and welcoming to the new people who came into the newsroom, and she always was trying to help people. She really cared about making WREX better and making the world better. I mean, and I think what I'll always remember is she always wanted to help animals, and so much of her time was spent trying to get Summerfield Zoo, or if somebody had like Who Haven, there was a wounded animal, she's like, I want to talk to them, I want to see the story, I want to, like, what can we do about this? So she really had a mission as well, besides just kind of helping other people. She really wanted to like pass on that to as many people as she could.
There was no one like her. You would never meet a brighter, shinier, smilier star. She's still very, very, very much missed, and I think about her almost every day.
What stands out about Jeannie to you? Just what made her so special?
I don't know if anybody else has covered this. I'm guessing maybe some people have, but you know, she just brought such life to the newsroom. I will never forget. We did like a Secret Santa one year, and I think she was my Secret Santa, and I actually happened to be her Secret Santa. But she went over the top for like Secret Santa. I mean, normally you get like a little candy bar, or you know, maybe your last present's a little bit big. Maybe you spend $5. She bought me these amazing like teal fur boots, like winter cool, like boots to wear around. How she knows my size of shoe, I don't know this day. But they were the most amazing like Secret Santa present I think I ever got. But she'd always pick up on what you wore, or compliment you, or just give you just a good feeling about yourself. That's what she was, I think, that's what I recall about Jeannie. There's so many good qualities about her. She never hurt anybody, never hurt a bug, never hurt a fly, never injured any animals. She loved animals so much. But man, was she first in line for you when you were going through a hardship or emotional struggles or anything like that. And she picked up on things that most people don't pick up on. And that was pretty special.